What's good with y'all boys, man? I hope y'all are staying blessed as always, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now in today's video, we're going to be going over all of the official news that we have for 2K23. I see a lot of y'all got some like fake news. Y'all like been fooled by some other bullshit or some rumors that y'all believe is like actually official, but it's not. A lot of y'all are misled. So in this video, I'm gonna squash everything. I'm gonna be giving y'all all of the actual news that we know about 2K23 in this video. Anything that isn't in this video is either rumored or just fake, which a lot of other content creators been pushing out misleading news to try to get views on their channel. But I'm on Mike Wang's Twitter right now, and I'm gonna be reading all of his tweets that he said about 2K23. So if you haven't dropped a like already, go ahead and drop one for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so we're going the oldest to the newest. Right here, jump shots have attribute requirements and height requirements. You can see right here under 6'5", 6'5" to 6'9", and 6'10 plus. Now we look at the spreadsheet here. You need a 96 overall mid-range or three-pointer. It has to be one of them. It doesn't have to be both. And you can see the grades above here. Now my man's over at 2K Labs. They're gonna go, whenever the game comes out, they're gonna go in and they're gonna test all of this here, because I'd rather get my info from 2K Labs rather than 2K. But this looks pretty solid right here. I'd imagine that the better jump shots, you need a higher three-point or mid-range attribute to be able to use them. But you see, Steph Curry's always been a slower jump shot, and you see release speed right here, it's at a C. And you know, in 2K, the fastest jump shots rule the game. Like this year, we had base 3 and set shot 25. Those were the fastest jump shots on the game, so everybody used those. So I don't think anybody's gonna be coming out here using Steph Curry all like that. But you see Trae Young's right here. You need what, a 92 either mid-range or three-pointer, and then it has an A- release speed, and you need a faster jump shot. Not a lot of these have like I don't think anybody's gonna go below like a B or a B plus. But Trae Young has that A-. He has that A+ timing impact, A- defensive immunity. The only bad thing is the release height. It's rated at a D, but we just gotta figure out if that's, you know, how much of an impact that's gonna have on the jump shot. But looking at the spreadsheet right here, if I do have a 92 mid-range or three-pointer, I'm probably gonna try Trae Young jump shot first before I try anything else. But again, like I said, my man's over at 2K Labs. They're gonna test all of this, and they will get us right. Bullet passer is gone. Pass speeds are tied to pass accuracy rating. Must have for playmakers. It should have been always like this. Like y'all remember 2K19, pure point forwards and pure playmakers had Hall of Fame dimer and shit like that, and their passes were crisp because they had such a high passing rating. This year you can have a 7, or at least on current gen, you can have a 70 passing rating and still get Hall of Fame or gold bullet passer. Next gen's a little bit more balanced. If you have an 85, you can get Hall of Fame bullet passer. I just think bullet passer is just useless. It should be tied into passing rating, so that's just balancing the game a little more. Right here it says current gen pie charts are gone. Proof. The pie chart build system has been replaced with a more robust player builder that the new gen uses. And everybody's hype about getting this player, the My Player Builder, and you know, because we had pie charts for like what, 3 years in a row or something like that. It's getting old. I talked about this My Player Builder in one of my last videos, talking about the flaws with the new 2K23 My Player Builder. If you haven't seen that already, go ahead and give that a watch. But moving on, Mike Wang also retweeted this, and he said double takeovers for current gen also. Now next gen, you get multiple abilities for each takeover. Like there's 3 different shot creating takeovers, there's 3 different playmaking takeovers, there's 3 different like glass cleaner, post score, all of that, and there's different abilities in each of them. So their double takeover is a little different from current gen double takeover. Current gen double takeover is just flat out old school 2K19 double takeover. You get sharpshooting playmaking, which I can't wait to combo up with. But I think the current gen double takeover is going to be a whole lot funner than the next gen double takeover. This is huge right here. Your driving dunk rating dictates how easy it is to block dunk attempts. Flashy dunks will also boost your takeover meter faster than basic ones, like the back scratchers, the windmills, tomahawks, and other flashy dunks. So those are much harder to block, but they also boost your takeover. So instead of seeing everybody use the same safe dunk, the quick drops off one just to get a bucket, there's more value to use other dunk packages because it'll boost your takeover. So that's a W right there, a big W. Role player percent will not be a valid option for online games, which that's huge. That's just balancing the game out. A lot of people got bailed out this year with using a real player percent. I know what some of y'all watching this, y'all got beat off a streak or just on the game. You hop on the game, you just get beat by a dude using real player percent, fading, doing some dumb shit, and it just ruins the whole, like you don't even want to play no more after that. they have fixed that coming 2K23. For post players, I'm not reading that. He says most, if not all, returning badges have been retuned or reworked in some way. If something was OP in 22, don't assume it'll be OP again in 2K23. Also, some of the weaker badges got buffed. So this is saying, like, you know how everybody used silver limitless takeoff because it was enough to do all the dunk packages in the game, mostly all of them? You might have to bump that up to gold or Hall of Fame this year. You know how silver chef was good enough, especially for current gen, to hit the deep shots? You might have to bump that up to gold or Hall of Fame this year. But that's just an assumption. I don't know until, you know, we actually get the game and we actually test the badges out. Now, this is probably the biggest thing, one of the biggest things about 2K23, both gens. You get adrenaline boost, 3 of them per possession on offense and defense. He's messing with the idea of slowly replenishing 1 or 2 if you slow down and wait, which that probably will happen because it's going to be a big change and a lot of people are going to complain after they use, you know, their boosts and stuff like that. That goes for speed boost on offense and steals and blocks on defense. Now, the steals and blocks on defense I love a lot because it's going to stop people from spamming. Y'all ever just be trying to hoop and you just keep getting spammed and fouled and it just slows down the game so much it makes it kind of boring and annoying? I hated that. So hopefully these dudes, they don't come out the gate spamming like they do out of habit, and hopefully this system will stop that. And then if you didn't know already, the Jordan challenges are coming back. Now, dunk requirements are pretty much the same. Also, the vertical requirement only goes to next gen. Current gen, you don't need a vertical requirement, but they're all pretty much the same as last year. The only thing is the big man contact dunks. You used to need a driving dunk to be able to unlock them, but now you don't need driving dunk at all. You just need standing dunk. So that's a big W for the big man. Quick drops off 1 has a higher dunk requirement, an 80 driving dunk and a 60 vertical. Again, the vertical only applying to next gen. So if you want that safe dunk option, you're gonna need an 80 driving dunk. It won't be those stretch facilitator builds that have a cracked out 3-pointer with only a 65 driving dunk going crazy at the rim because they unlocked the safe dunk. You're gonna need to upgrade driving dunk a little bit more to be valuable. Now, this is another big thing. He said dribble sig requirements are very similar to last year. He recommends upgrading to an 86 if you want everything, but then he changes it after he puts out a poll. He boosted up Steph Curry and Trae Young sigs to a 92 ball handle. So if you want those sigs, you're gonna need a 92 ball control. He also boosted Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving, and others up to a 90 ball control. So again, if you're used to having those sigs, you're gonna want your build to have at least a 90 or a 92 ball control next year. Now, if I'm y'all watching this right now, I'm going into 2K22, I'm hopping on the game, and I'm taking off any Curry, Trae Young, Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving. Any of those things, I'm taking them off and getting used to dribbling without those. Just preparing for 2K23 gameplay. Now, on to his replies. This man says, please make it to where you have to green for your shot to go in. That's all I ask. Like Wayne says, slightlies won't drop in 2K23 like they did last year. At least not online. You have to earn your makes. This is like what I was saying earlier. Current gen has double take, but it's designed different from the next gen. Their takeover isn't broken up to abilities like it is on next gen. It's just the whole archetype based on current gen. So if you pick sharpshooting takeover, you get the old traditional sharpshooting takeover. He said, I'm 99% sure openness, which that's the passing setting. If you don't know, you can go into your settings and you can put on openness for your passing setting. And whenever you hit A to pass, the game will automatically throw it to the most open player. It's kind of like guest passing, but you know, it was bailouts, especially for 5-on-5 and Pro-Am. He says, I'm 99% sure it's out, but I haven't tested it personally to verify. Another big thing. So current gen, we have the same team takeover that we've had in previous years. On next gen, it's not just one person getting the team takeover. It's the entire team has to put in a little bit of a bar to all get team takeover, which that's dope as hell, because usually it's just, you know, in stage or in 5v5 Pro-Am, it's just the point guard throwing flashy passes to the center, and then that's how they get team takeover and they can start going crazy. Now on next gen, everybody has to do their part to get team takeover. So you're gonna have to get everybody involved, which I love because I play lockdown, which I don't get the rock too much. So as a point guard, you're gonna have to hit the center on the slip or the center on the pop. You're gonna have to hit the wing shooter a couple times, the corner lockdown a couple times to hit. The lockdown's gonna have to get a couple steals or some blocks. The swing's gonna have to do his thing. You know, everybody's gonna have to partake in getting team takeover. So when you really get it, you really deserved it. This man said, please tell me y'all took away the fact that people can call a timeout in the middle of a steal animation. If y'all didn't know about this, it is a headache. If you're in Pro-Am or 5v5, like if you're in 5v5 Pro-Am or in a rec, if I'm on lockdown and I'm in an animation and steal the ball from you, the team, the point guard that's holding the ball can call a timeout in the middle of the animation and they will hold the ball, and it's so annoying. But they fixed that going into 2K23. Now y'all probably know this is another big thing, if not the biggest. I keep saying that about fucking everything. Oh shit, hold on. Now look here, this is huge. You have 2K22 on the left, and 2K23 on the right. And you see how much faster the stamina is depleting for 2K23. So stamina got a huge nerf. My man barely did any moves. He did a crossover, snatch back, step back. He's at half stam, so we're definitely gonna have to be able to adjust to that. So you're probably not gonna be able to sit there and combo up like crazy and speed boost out of it. You're gonna have to do a couple moves that you know is gonna work and get by your defender, and you're gonna have to keep going. This man said the people seem to agree. Give the defense a chance this year. So far, all the feedback from the playtest have been defense is favored over offense. So I think we're in a good spot. Now, 2K says this every year. Well, they say they buff defense every year. They say it every year. 2K22 had the worst fucking defense I've ever had in my entire life. Like, name a comp lockdown right now. Name a top lockdown in the world. You fucking can't. It's KP and Kobe. That's fucking it. Because defense is so ass, and even they be getting dropped off because especially I'm talking about current gen here. Next gen defense is a whole lot better, but current gen lockdowns are useless. The offensive movement, the offensive speed boost is so much faster than the defensive movement. So any point guard can drop off any lockdown. And then point guards get an ego after dropping off a lockdown, and now their head's hype. But now, not only is Mike Wang saying that defense got a buff, he's saying it's favored over offense. So if you suck, you really gonna know whenever 2K23 comes out. My man said, are hop steps are they going to be useful again this year? Not OP like 2K20, but at least useful. And he said hop steps and Euros are much more useful. Again, just making the gameplay not repetitive. You don't see anybody hop stepping or Euro stepping this year. But maybe in 2K23, you're going to see some more Euro steps. You're going to see some more hop steps, some more way people are scoring. Not everybody's going to have the same jump shot, the same dunks. Not everybody's going to have, you know, the same layups. And maybe we'll see some Euros and shit like that. Maybe you're going to see defense dealing a little better. Just so the game isn't as repetitive, so it doesn't get old so fast. That's the problem with 2K this year. This dude said, well, you're like adrenaline boost, refresh from offense to defense, switching possession. And Mike Wang said, yeah, offensive adrenaline boost will refresh whenever you get back on defense. And then again, after you use all your defensive boosts for stealing or trying to block, you'll get a drop in your steal and block rating. Hopefully this gets rid of some of the spamming like I talked about. He put a poll. What are you going to be playing for next year? I don't know why I picked new gen. I'm going to be on both for real. But you see a whole lot more people are going to be on next gen, hopefully, to give next gen content creators a chance to actually grow like the people did on current gen. I'm gonna be on both, don't worry. I'm done playing competitive on current gen because that like don't mean shit. I'm gonna be playing competitive pro-am on next gen, and I'm gonna have, you know, a couple builds on there to be, you know, a demon on. But I gotta show my love to current gen. I can't leave them in the dust. I'm gonna be on both of them probably equally. I'm gonna be uploading 2 to 3 videos a day for at least the first month of launch, so y'all are gonna get the content y'all want, I promise. My man said, what happened to Mismatch Expert? So a Mismatch Expert this year, it's a shooting badge, right? So, you know, you get point guards that'll shoot over a center heavily contested but on fucking green. They took that out as a shooting badge and they put it as a playmaking badge. Now it doesn't affect the make of your shot. You can just break down a bigger defender. So if you get the center on you, you can break them down and get open for a shot better, not shoot over them. So way more realistic. You don't see fucking Chris Paul shooting over fucking whatever some fucking 7-3 fuck. They're not gonna shoot over them. What they do in the NBA is they break them down and they can create a shot a lot easier, which how it is in 2K23 now. So a whole lot better right there. My man said, will the dunk meter make its way in the current gen? Mike Wang basically says yes. Dunking controls are the same for both gens. So that's going to be new for current gen players. So if you're a slasher or if you get contact dunks and you want to get rewarded and you want to actually get contact dunks, you might have to get in the lab and start timing your dunks. If you green a dunk meter, you're going to get contact dunks way more than anybody else. You just have to perfect that craft. This man talked about timing layups, especially standing layups for centers being bugged. Mike Wang said you are going to get a boost for timing your layup right, but you're not going to smoke wide open layups like you did this year. He also said he fixed AI defense. I don't know what he means by that. You know, the AI count was kind of crazy, especially on next gen, but he said he fixed it or tweaked it. So this man said his Intimidator still around. Now, Intimidator isn't still around, but there's replacements for it. Intimidator, it works for contest at the perimeter and on the interior for the paint. Now, Intimidator is split up into 2 different badges. You got one for paint contest and one for shot contest. Mike Wang said, yes, there's still shot fatigue. So if you dribble out your stamina, you're going to have a less of a chance of making that shot. And it's going to be the timing is going to be tweaked. It's probably going to be a little slower. There are some new playmaking badges. There's new badges for every category, but this is the playmaking screenshot right here. You see something like killer combos. It's pretty much tight handles and quick chain tied into one badge. We got the mismatch expert like I talked about, and you also got the playmaking badges that they took out of the game: bullet passer, downhill, glue hands, and stop and go. Turning off your shot meter will still give you a big boost to your shot, and that is about everything that we know for 2K23. I might have missed some things. I don't know. I feel like I pretty much touched on everything. Go ahead and comment down below what y'all are thinking about for 2K23. We haven't got any part gameplay, but I'm hyped myself. I'm ready to move on from 2K22. I learned a lot. I did a lot. I grew a lot, both as a content creator and as a person and as a player. So I'm just ready for new opportunities and, you know, just to go crazy for 2K23. So like I said, drop a like to help with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're about to go crazy for 2K23. And as always, I love y'all boys. I'll catch you on the next video or stream.